So I ask you, what emotion from your childhood pushed you in a corner and made you vow to not do or be? I hate them. I hate that. I'll never be him. I'll never be her. I'm never gonna do this. Those are vows. What vows did you make that is stopping you until you denounce and disavow these vows? Your life will not change. You will be in quicksand. See, these vows we made is playing out on the big stage. While we get to protest and speak our minds, are we helping that little girl or that little boy on the inside hill? That's your true shadow. See, they became your shadow because you went in certain situations where you couldn't show all of you. And so you went into survival mode. And that made that little girl and that little boy become your shadow. And just like you have a shadow that walks beside you in the sun, when you push them down and they trying to come out and they got something to say, they become your shadow. And then it starts having like pains in your body and stuff. Crazy things just start going on. I'm being commissioned to aid in the process by sharing how I overcame everything meant to keep me from coming into my true identity. I had to believe in myself and God. See, God is on the inside of me. But I had to find me first. Why is that hurting you? Why is that triggering you? Why is that making you feel that way? Good, I got a slider wheel on my face. We're taught God is on the outside of us, but God is on the inside of us, waiting to be tagged into our battles. Like 2 Corinthians 10 and Ephesians 6 says, we're fighting principalities, rulers of the darkness, and spiritual wickedness in high places. Remember that. We are a spirit being first. Then we have a body. Then we have a soul. Remember, our spirit being is already in these high dimensions. Our body is keeping us in the third dimension. Remember that. But our spirit being, woo, they up there. And then we have a soul. Remember that. This is when negative thinking has gone on for so long that it's the norm in society. The Bible calls the norm in society multitude. Like when Jesus said that, he said that the multitude was thrown at Jesus. That means these thoughts. I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna get that. But the only person that got something was a woman with the issue of blood, because she was going through trauma. And she was like, look, they said he got it, and I'm believing that I see myself healed, so I'm gonna believe this. And so when she touched him, she was already believing she had it. And that's how she got it. This is what every ascended master had to fight against. The mindsets of us that complain but don't want to do the work or don't know how to do the work. And it causes a dip in morale because most can't get out of it because it's ancestral or generational, just like racism. People of color didn't make this. Black and brown skins didn't make this. Caucasian people made this, so y'all got to get rid of it. And if you don't, this is on y'all. This ain't on us. This is on you. We've been fought this, but this is on you. So to get out is going to require you to get uncomfortable and get past the plateau of complacency or complicitness. Or this is how we've always done it. Because that ain't playing right now. See how that's playing out for you? It's not playing right now. When are we going to respect each other? Yes, we know the FBAs were here first. We got all the documentation. Professor Constantine, if he wouldn't have had to do that contest, we would have never known. It was sitting right there in the Library of Congress. It was sitting right there in the Smithsonian, but they said they didn't know. It was sitting right there in NPR, and they said they didn't know. Everybody was saying they didn't know, but it was right there in the whole documents. You can look down on those IGs and you'll see it. Also, we know they we also know that everyone's life is important. Okay. And at the same time, if people aren't willing to fight for themselves, no one will do the work for you. No one's coming to save you but you. What are you willing to do to bring it to life? Remember, if it hurts people, you're dealing with God, not people. What are you really believing? It's time to operate in it now. You can change the world. Just one thing. One thing you do lights up the whole world because it becomes a ripple effect. Fight for your dreams while hurting none. Okay? Because God said you can build whatever you want as long as you don't hurt nobody else. You hurt yourself. We've learned a lot in the last few days. What is right for you? No one lives your life with you. Be sovereign, not controlled to think, not controlled. Think for yourself. Use your critical thinking. If you protect those that can't and don't know how to protect themselves, bring your dream to life no matter what you see in front of you. May the force be with you as you go, and the power of God be in your heart as you move forward. There are some freebies and a link to the podcast of the Women's Leveling Up that I did in May, and 3 links to magazines I was in September, October, December, and January. Look in the description below to find the things that truly light you up and leave everything else behind. I cannot wait to talk to you soon. Remember, I placed a new link to my own personal bookstore. My books incorporate the essence of God. If you want to feel the presence of God, read In the Garden with the Father, Understanding True Intimacy. Page 100. Trust me. I know it's hard right now, but trust me, through the pain, I have everything in my hand. There's nothing too hard for me. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Thank you, God. And then my other 2 books, Befriending the Shadow, Unshakable Peace, Unstoppable Change. Both of those books are shadow activity books. I didn't see a shadow activity book out here, so God said, okay, get it going. And I said, okay, say less. So you get a word of knowledge, then you get an exercise to work through, then you get the shadow question, not so nice because it's in your face. And then when you get tired of looking at the shadow question, because you're like, let me give a reprieve, let me get a break, and then I'll come back. Then you get a color page. God asked them to keep the color page between the age of 5 and 10. Why? Because most childhood wounding happens between the age of 5 and 10. It can happen later, but most of it happens between 5 and 10 because you can't speak up for yourself. By the age of 7, it is solidified. By the age of 10, it is really solidified inside of the body. By the age of 21 to 25, it is now your responsibility to walk out of it. Then you have 4 pages, 22 chapters per book. And then you have 4 pages to draw, sketch, doodle, write down whatever. Because the closer you get to God, you start having them Stranger Things moments, those X-File moments, or those Doctor Who moments. That's when you look at the subject of an email. You ask God a question, you look at the subject of an email, and it says exactly what you just asked God for. Or you look at a billboard and you take a picture because you said that's wild. I'd never seen this billboard before. And then you look away, you look back, and then you look at the picture on your phone. You're like, wait a minute, this is saying exactly what it ain't what the billboard is saying. You're like, wait a minute. Because if you tell somebody, they were like, okay, we gonna just go ahead and certify you. Or you go outside to do something and a van will pass by your house with the words on it with an arrow, and you look down and you take a picture of that, and you like, ain't nobody gonna believe this. And you know what I'm saying? It's just those moments that are just so ordained by the spirit realm to just catch you off guard. Again, and then don't forget about my 2 books that are already on New York Times bestseller list. Mindset Matters with Jack Canfield and Influence and Impact with Chris Voss. No matter what your background, God don't care. God don't care what your background. God knows all the hairs on your head, and if you don't have any hairs on your head, He knows all the peach fuzz on your head from shaving your head clean. Okay. Notebooks and journals for all, coloring books that help in meditating and recalibrating the mind. I'm excited about this venture because I got a lot of stuff on Amazon, but my special journals are only on my store. Don't forget about the link of 105 spiritual laws that govern the earth. Don't forget about and remember, we're no longer underneath the law. We're under love and grace. Don't forget to sign up for the newsletter for the juicy updates and the upcoming events. Don't forget about the Azure PDF and the 400 Values PDF. Put them together. Change your Sims character to this whole jank up on the game. Just look down there. You see it. Look at the link to receive. Look at the